What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned in to the Triple M Boxing Channel, your source for all your boxing needs. And this Saturday, we have, I would say, in my opinion, the most anticipated rematch of 2024. This might be the best fight potentially of 2024. It's Usyk versus Fury, the rematch. But before we go into that breakdown here or that prediction, the co-main event for this one, I'm kind of disappointed that the original matchup didn't happen, but nevertheless, it's always entertaining to watch. Serhii Boceks versus Ishmael Davis. The
Davis.
original guy was supposed to be who's the original dude? It was supposed to be
Madrimov.
that would have been an insane fight.
Let me ask you this though: do you think he's actually injured? We know he's gonna fight Virgil. Oh, he's scheduled to fight Virgil. He was scheduled to fight both guys. I was excited for him to fight both, but at the end of the day, we talked about this saying, "Hey, I won't be surprised if he doesn't fight, one of those
Yeah,
guys."
because it was going to be very tight. Like if he fought this Saturday and then he fought a few months afterwards, what if he got
Yeah,
like extremely injured?
against two of the hardest punchers in the division. That's why I thought I knew something was gonna something were to change. Um, I it's hard for me to believe that he actually hurt his what is it ice or some injury that he took or that he had because number one he's gonna fight in 2 months, right? How is he gonna train if he's actually injured? So I find it hard to believe that he's actually hurt. Although I think Bohachuk still has a good fight in front of him. This is gonna be a tough fight. Ishmael is, he's a pretty tough dude. He can box. The only thing is, and he's a last minute replacement. So I think that would be dangerous. We've seen it against Jaime. Not to underestimate Mungia, not to underestimate your opponent, any opponent. So I think it'll be a good fight for Bohachuk. I still think that it got postponed. Like he's not hurt. I think we're still going to see a good fight against Virgil versus Madrimov. So I'm okay with that.
Exactly. They're both going to be great fights. Like Boachuk and Virgil, whoever they fight, it's always going to be a crazy show.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all it is.
Their styles are eye catching, man, and I think we're going to see a good scrap before the main event.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And now the rematch, man. Usyk versus Fury. I'm super, super pumped for this one, man. And I'll tell you why. Okay. Usually, well, for the most part, Fury in the rematch, he always looks 100 times better.
Hmm.
100 times better. Like if we're talking like Fury versus Wilder one, the first fight it was okay. Fury's little performance. Second and third, it's like he brings out the real Fury, the
He just
real animal, the real Gypsy King. Like the first fight, I'm not gonna lie, like I thought he was gonna use his size and his weight, his reach, his quote unquote advantages on the paper more. But I'm surprised he didn't. Like against Wilder, like he was leaning on him
oh
hard.
he was for sure the bigger guy that night, both nights.
Yeah. Yeah, and he didn't do that much with Usyk. Like I was expecting him to just wear him out because bro, he has the height on him, the weight, the reach. Like use those tools, right? And when he did that in the middle rounds, he found a lot of success while using his reach. He found a lot of success with it. And then as soon as it hits round 8, round 9, I think round 9 is when he got wobbled, like
Yeah,
really wobbled. It just
yeah.
went downhill from there. So I'm excited for this rematch and to see what package Fury brings this time around because, like I said, man, in every rematch that Fury is in, he looks 100 times better.
I agree, and I expect Fury to be better this rematch. Number one, you talked about how he didn't use his advantage. Usyk before that first fight, people were saying, they're kind of close in terms of boxing skills. But Usyk obviously has the better boxing skills. But it showed that night that they're as equally as good, because Fury, instead of using his height, his reach, he was boxing. He was boxing really well. He was pot shotting. He wasn't getting hit, although he was getting touched a little bit. But like you know what I mean. Like he was hitting Usyk more than he was getting hit by Usyk. He was using the jab, moving around. He showed his boxing skills. He like in the middle rounds, he had Usyk lost. But as we know, as a master boxer, he adjusted as well, and that's how he caught Fury. But I agree. I expect Fury to use his size this time, and I expect him to not fool around. He didn't even get a haircut. He didn't even get a beard lineup this time around. He looked a little scrawny, but I mean, see, he just means business, man. He even said in a post fight or the pre fight interviews that he misses his family because he's been training really hard, and I really expect Fury to take this that he's taking this seriously. That he's not going to be showing showboating, doing all this. I expect him to impose his will, impose his size, still be still be a good boxer, but I think he's gonna make this more of a fight than a boxing, because as we know, Usyk is a master boxer. He knows how to move. It's hard to get him. But I just expect a good fight, man. I there's both adjustments, two adjustments that need to be made, man. I know Usyk is gonna come in. He might actually try to be, he might actually be ready for this to be a fight and let his hands go. And as you know, if he hits Fury good enough, he'll hurt him. That's why it makes it so interesting. But like I, I expect it to be a high level boxing, but it's gonna be more of a fight this time. This is my prediction. But who do you think is gonna take the cake this time?
Man, with the stakes being so much higher this fight around, these two now know how each other fight. They're gonna make their I'm not gonna say minor adjustments, but major adjustments this time around. I'm gonna have to give it to Fury. I think Fury is gonna take this one, in my
How?
opinion.
How?
How? Oh man, see that's a tough one, right? Because we didn't really see Usyk get really hurt the first time. Where like how Usyk hurt Fury, right?
Yep. Yep.
If it's in my opinion, I think it's going to go to points. It's going to go to the scorecards.
Mm. A close one, or you think it's gonna be like
Man,
a
so
close
this is
but
going to sound messed
clear?
up. It's going to sound messed up, but like even if it's a close fight, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but in my opinion, I think the judges are going to give it to Fury. I don't know. There might be some biases going on. I saw like there was a phone call video with like with Turkey, Fury, and Usyk, and Turkey was just siding with Fury the whole call. I'm like,
I know.
oh,
I
this is
know that.
interesting.
I
It's
don't get
like
it,
they're
man.
setting him
Usyk
up.
is the man right now. Yeah, I don't get it. That one I don't get. Like he's so buddy buddy with Fury.
Right?
I'm with you. I think Fury's gonna win the fight. Um, I think, like I said, I think Fury's gonna impose his size this time, impose his will. Usyk, though, on the other hand, it's not gonna be easy. Obviously, he's gonna still move around. He's gonna still throw combinations. I think he might even still move forward and put the pressure on Fury. But I think this time Fury's gonna fight back. He's not just gonna react and box and try to outbox him. I think Fury's once he reacts with a counter, I think he's gonna use his. I think he's gonna throw more combinations. He's gonna follow up once he gets Usyk, because that's what he didn't do. I don't know why, but that's the first fight. Every time he hits Usyk with a clean uppercut, he buzzes him. But what does he do?
He admires his
Steps
work,
back, watches, smiles. Yeah, he admires his work. So I think it's gonna be a different fight this time around. I think he's not gonna admire his work. I think he's gonna follow up his work. As smart as both of these guys are, there's gonna be adjustments, and I think that's gonna be Fury's adjustment. And I think at the end of the day, I think that's gonna get him the win. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be a knockout, but I think it's gonna be a if I were to bet, I think it's going to be a clear unanimous decision for Fury. But yeah, but how the first fight went, I want to be surprised if it goes to Usyk, because Usyk, keep forgetting, Usyk is a bad man. I know he can beat Fury again, probably even a clearer fight this time. But this is what makes this fight really interesting, because it was so close last fight that I just want Fury to win so we can get a third fight. You know what I mean? I just think that's gonna happen. Fury's gonna win this time, and hey, it's 1-1. Let's settle the score. We're the only two baddest guys on the planet, unless Joshua steps in. But it's I see a trilogy happening. It's gonna be three close fights.
So let me ask you this now. So let's say Usyk knocks out Fury cold. Is there still going to be a rematch? And how about if it's the other way around? If Fury knocks out Usyk, will there be a trilogy, or is that like I'm the better man? That's it.
No, I think, well, it depends on the knockout. If it's like a first round knockout, it's hard. But if it's, which I assume it's gonna be, if it's still a close fight and Fury gets him out of there, or it's like, or like like the second Wilder fight, it's eye catching. I think if Fury wins, regardless of how he wins, there's still gonna be a third fight. It just makes sense. Like I said, unless money wise you get the Joshuas, the Dubois, or the Park, or whoever wins, right? Um, but if Usyk wins, regardless of the win, I think it's time for him to hang up. Hang it up, man. Like, at this point, if you beat Fury twice, you beat Joshua twice, you already beat Dubois, the other champion. Like, what is there? There's nothing else. You're just waiting to lose against one of these young guys. What, you gonna fight Joshua or Fury again? That's the third time. It doesn't make sense, because you've beaten all the kings. The other king was Wilder, but obviously he's done. You already beat the champion in Dubois. I think it's time for him to hang it up. That'd be if he wins a Saturday night, that would be the perfect time to say, "Hey guys, it's over with. I'm the king and I'm done." That's just my opinion, but we'll see what he does.
Bro, he had a great career, man, both in the amateurs and the professionals. Like, I agree with you there, man. Just hang it up. There's nothing else more for you. That's it.
Nothing
That's all
else.
she
Nothing
wrote.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
That's done. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Fury is going to take Usyk? Do you think Usyk's going to take Fury? Do you think Serhi's going to lose this fight and be another upset of the year? Who knows, man? This is boxing, and that's what we love. That's why we love this sport. Anything can happen. But let us know in the
Yep.
comment section down below. And until next time, guys, we're the opposite of in, out.